Good afternoon guys and welcome to another episode of Bushcraft Heroes Treehouse. Today we're going to be putting some banisters on the side of these beautiful stairs.
It needs to happen. They're quite steep. I mean, they're amazing. They work great, but they are quite steep.
And after a few beers it's a little bit precarious.
And also in the winter.
Yeah, they're going to be slippy.
Unless we build an awning, which might happen.
Yeah.
But for now, banisters.
Banisters, yeah. So we're going to collect up some poplar, strip the bark off with the draw knife and then cut them oversized, smash them into the ground, and then yeah, cut them off and put the banister on.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Managed to fell that one right onto that wonk-filled tree. I mean, what are the chances of that? Ridiculous. Nice. Hey buddy, where you going? Where you going? Huh? Where are you going?
So today, to strip the bark off of this poplar that we've taken, I'm going to use a flex cut draw knife, which is really nice. It came super sharp. What's the beauty of this thing is that you can actually bend it to kind of follow the contours of the log, and it just strips stuff off amazingly. So rather than those big boy draw knives that you get, and it's nice and small, so for doing these sorts of things that we want to use right now, it's great. Very easy. Yeah, so here we go.
Holy.
Doesn't it do a great job?
You're just getting annihilated, hey? I'm gonna just...
And then you can usually do it with your hands.
Oh yeah, look at that. Whoop, sorry.
Can I rip it?
Yeah. Rip away.
Wow.
That's cool. That's cool. All right guys, next thing to do, we've stripped the bark off, is to put a point on the end of this piece and then cut it to length, a bit longer than it actually needs to be, and then mallet it into the ground. Yeah, then I think we're gonna do a bit of an interesting dowel joint on the top to fit the banister to it, but we'll get it in the ground first. So I'm just putting a little chamfer on this so when I start wailing on it, it doesn't want to mushroom out too badly.
We need to build a big mallet.
Yeah, like a big sledgehammer style mallet.
Yeah, with all the chamfered edges in it.
Yeah. She's just eating a stick.
She's doing it with every one of them.
Loving it, huh?
I thought she's good.
Okay, so now we're gonna just get this going by giving it a digging a preliminary hole, so we don't have to go quite as hardcore. There's a big root there that we're gonna have to try and miss. pack in the ground as well. We could even drill, Bo. We could even auger
Through
here.
I don't want to weaken this.
Into here. But I mean this, as
right
long as it's
there.
not on a joint,
Yeah, right.
it should be fine.
Yeah, right.
So guys, we decided to fix this piece onto the main staircase. Instead of tying it on with rope or paracord, we want to continue in our craftsmanly fashion that we made the stairs in. So what we're going to do is we're going to auger a hole with the hand drill straight through the middle of this one and straight into the main staircase, and then we'll carve out a nice big wooden dowel and just smash a big dowel straight through the middle so it's pinned in with a nice piece of wood. I think that'll look really nice, and we've never done that sort of thing before, so we're going to give that a go.
So we picked this up, well Matt did, from an antique mall for about $5-7 or something.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, lovely little
Hand drill.
hand drill. And Ruben brought this cool 1-inch auger bit last time. And it worked really well for making the
Mallet.
which is down there.
A few people asked about that.
So I mean, it's pretty rudimentary. We're going to make a proper one. It was just something we knocked together.
It's good enough though. Lol.
Dad jokes, hashtag. And so yeah, we're just going to do the same sort of thing with this. Auger a hole.
Get it going.
Get it going.
Yeah, go for it, mate. I'll come down a little bit. Yeah.
Is that good?
Yeah. You're surprisingly straight. You're surprisingly straight.
Just gonna empty this out a little bit, so.
Nice. Back to augering. So, got all the way through, guys. A little bit of work, but it was worth it. And we went through just enough to get our mark on the main staircase bit so that we can start augering into this, and we know that they'll line up perfectly. So now we're going to start augering into the main staircase support, and then we can cut a dowel and fix her in place.
Better when it's a bit drier.
Yeah, that once it's dried out, obviously when it's drier it pulls it out a lot easier than when it's wet.
Look at that, you're like almost done.
Yeah, dry wood is a lot easier, for sure. So I think we're going to go halfway through the main staircase, not go all the way through. Because at A, I don't think the auger will even reach all the way through. And B, I think it would be overkill. So I'm going to start carving a nice dowel to go in there. I'm going to use a green piece of wood for the dowel because everything else that we've built so far has been green wood, and that way as everything seasons and dries out it kind of does it more evenly than if I used a already seasoned piece of wood for my dowel. So yeah. Ideally you want the straightest bit you can for this. This was the straightest bit I could see. It's not too bad, it does have a bit of a curve in it, but it's also oversized so I can work it a little bit to get it right. I'm just going to work the shape a little bit more. Try and take this curve out. slightly too loose. What do you think?
Well, once it's wedged in on that side, it'll be fine.
But then the whole peg might just come out.
Oh, will it?
So I ended up flipping the peg round the other way because it was a little bit loose that way, and this one is like, it's really solidly tight in there. So I'm not worried about the peg slipping out of the stairs. And now I can line this up, slot it over the top, and then cut my groove for my wedge, and then hammer my wedge in from the outside. And that should hold it all together nice and tight. Cool, so I need to cut my wedge to about, what's that, like 3 inches maybe, away from the edge. And I can cut this off probably somewhere here, right? Fanny around this one too much. I'm gonna have to saw this here though.
Yeah.
So now I've got my wedge hole cut. I can get this back on. If I can line it up. There we go. So now I've got the nice wedge cut in there, so I can bang a wedge in. This will all cinch up super tight, and then we can cut the whole thing off and call it good. So I'm just chopping this wedge out. It's quite a tricky business, this, because it's got to be really thin. I'm using a seasoned bit of wood because green wood will snap a lot easier, and because it's such a thin wedge, I don't want to be snapping it. Don't lean down like this into it either, or you'll just snap it straight off. Better to keep it on something solid. It can be kind of tricky though. Using the draw knife, that's the easiest way to shape it without snapping it because it's so fine. So yeah, this is nice. Feels nice too to work with it like that. You flip her over. Wants to rotate round funky.
Is this?
Got to be quite careful though, because wood has 2 grains. Doesn't like being drawn this way, so I've got to be very delicate with it. Make sure I don't take too much off. I think that's looking pretty good though. So let's take that last little bit off there.
You might need to go a bit thinner too.
Let's test it out. Let's see how she looks. I found through experience, don't cut the wedge off. Like, just hammer it in full size and just cut it off once you got it all done. Holy smokes, went in a lot. That should do it. That's good. Then I'll saw it off with the Silkie.
LK35 in the background.
Might do the rest of that with me knife, to be honest.
And that, ladies and gentlemen,
It's not bad, is it? That is not bad at all.
is done. This thing ain't going nowhere now. That is amazing.
That's solid, isn't it? Solid as a rock.
That is how you do that.
And introducing the newest member of Bushcraft Heroes, it's Carrot Head Lexi the dog. She's so patient. She's so good. She doesn't mind.
Lie down.
Try and balance them as she lies down. Wow, that is some seriously good control. Back up. Good girl, Lex.
Brilliant. She's so amazing.
Yeah, she's awesome. So we're just sawing up another bit of poplar from the same tree that we felled for the banister. I mean for the support for the banister. And then we're going to start making the actual banister railing, which is going to be awesome. Yeah, last bit going in here. Nice. Take her off with the Silkie. And you can clean it up with the knife as well. Just clean her up a little bit with your knife. Get the fluff. Nice.
Wow.
Sweet. Does she feel solid?
Yeah, man.
Sweet. Alright, let's start doing the banister then. So what I'm doing now, guys, is I'm cutting this to an angle. Not all the way through though. I'm cutting it on an angle all the way around, and then I'm going to batten down from the top so we're left with a built-in dowel on the top of it at the right angle, so we can auger through the banister and it should just sit on there at the right angle. Fingers crossed. So you can see what I've gone for there, guys. Took about 20 minutes or so, being very careful, carving a dowel out of the middle to slot the banister onto once we've augered out the hole. Right, so Bo's just sawing the... Man, I'm exhausted. Bo's just sawing the packer groove, whatever you call it, the wedge groove.
Yeah, doing all of this full-on like Japanese carpentry style stuff is actually quite wearing.
Yeah, it is for sure.
It's a lot of work.
Well, we could have done this banister in an hour probably if we weren't doing this. Yeah.
But it's just like, this is amazing to do it.
Yeah.
But it's really taking it out of us.
Yeah. Yeah, I just drilled a hole through the banister, and because it's at a diagonal, oh man, it was such a long hole to drill at an awkward angle. It took me like 15-20 minutes of solid, just everything I had drilling. This is what I was talking about, drilling that guy out. That was tough. Lexi. Oh, hey puppy.
Alrighty.
So we're on the last hole to be drilled in the banister. We just dry fitted the initial drill mark and it looks good.
Seems to be tearing into it a bit more, doesn't it?
Yeah. Maybe it's dried out a bit already.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I think a little bit of something came out there.
Can I just, yeah. I'm good. Poplar literally tastes like human feces. Not that I know what that tastes like or anything, but it doesn't taste good. So just finished doweling and packing out the first handle. It's feeling pretty solid, man. I'm actually really surprised considering it's not tied onto the tree how solid it is. Unfortunately on this one, the main piece snapped off, which I thought might happen. So I ended up taking the auger bit hole and just drilling a hole straight down into this piece. And then we're just gonna put a peg straight through it and then pack it again like that one.
It's not wanting to sit in there.
It's just not quite.
It's not big.
Right.
It's not quite wide enough.
Final piece.
Oh, wow.
So the top one came out really well. The second one has been a bit tough, but we jerry-rigged it. It doesn't look too bad. It looks a little bit obscure, but it still works, right?
Yeah, it's good.
All right, let's give it a try.
So we finished it. It's great. It's working. It's solid. We've used all sorts of dowels and pegs and things. It's been a really big job, actually. Bigger than we thought it would be, but it's been a one-day trip and it's working great. Look at that.
Solid, huh?
Yeah. Amazing. Cool. Perfect.
That's awesome. Solid, mate. That is not bad at all. Awesome.
Yeah, okay.
So there you have it, guys. The Bushcraft Heroes treehouse staircase banister railing, all built with no paracord, no nails, no screws. It was all just doweled together. We've never done that before. It was a pretty interesting technique.
Amazing. Loved it. If you liked the video, please like, comment and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
Adios.
Bye.